here and kill their kids in abortion clinics. It's not good that our people sit up here and turn away from the Most High, the word of the Most High God, day in and day out, man. It's not good that our people sit up here, a brother go after his own brother, go after his brother's woman. These things are not supposed to be known among our people, man. But the wicked get us to eat up all this stuff, man. They show movies of us doing such things. They show us in music videos. They pay our people to spread folly and madness through so-called music videos, man. We teach ourselves to do wickedness, man. Let's get that. Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 9 and verse 3. It says, they bend their tongues like the bow for lies. That's right. Our own people do that, man. It's time for us to wake up, because you know what? The so-called white man, he don't want to hear you speaking what's right. He don't want to hear you speaking the truth, but he want to hear you. He wants you to speak on things that are lies, man. Things that are bad unto our people, that are not good unto our people, things that are not profitable unto our people. This is what the so-called white man does pay you for. He pay you to speak on things that make your people look bad. He pay you to speak on things that make your people look make your people a shaking of the head, like I brought out in Psalms chapter 44, verse 14. This is what the so-called white man pays you to do. So what do you do in return? And they bend their tongues like their bow for lies. But they are not valiant for the truth upon the earth. For they proceed from evil to evil, and they know not me, saith the Lord. That's right. That's why we don't know the Most High God. That's why we have understanding of who the Most High God is. That his name is Yahweh. And his son's name is Yahweh Shah, not Jesus. His name is Yahweh Shah, because that's the tongue of the Hebrew. That's the Hebrew tongue, the Paleo Hebrew tongue. It's Yahweh Shah, not Jesus. All right. So we got to be receiving understanding in these last days, man. We got to turn back to the law, statutes, and commandments. That is our heritage. That's our heritage, man. And blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are supposed to stand together, not against each other, hating each other, wanting to murder each other. And blacks on blacks, Hispanics on Hispanics, Native Americans on Native Americans. We're not supposed to be hating each other like that. But our people don't have the understanding of that thing. Scripture says, take ye heed every one of his neighbor, and trust ye not in any brother, for every brother will utterly supplant, and every neighbor will walk with slanders, and they will deceive everyone his neighbor, and will not speak the truth. That's right. That's the main thing. We're not speaking the truth, man. We're not valiant for the truth. We accepting bribes, like it says in Isaiah chapter 33, verse 15, right? From bloody men, man. The so-called white man is a bloody man. He loves to murder, man. So-called white man loves to murder. We're going to get that. And they will deceive everyone his neighbor and will not speak the truth. They have taught their tongue to speak lies and weary themselves to commit iniquity. The habitation in the midst of deceit, it says, through deceit they refuse to know me, saith the Lord. That's right. Refuse to know the Most High God. We refuse to know the Most High God. So the wicked is a bloody man. He has not hated blood. Right? And let's get that about proverb of reproach. This is Ezekiel chapter 25 and verse 12. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because that Edom have dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance and have greatly offended. That's right. He's a great offense, man. Walker, you seen the things that have been reported among them? Okay, blackface, right? You see them making, like I said, making movies of us, showing us being homosexuals. They never show anything of a black man standing up valiant as a man. No movies where a so-called black man stands up valiant. They show our people doing all types of madness. That's why they created the show The Chi, right? And The Wire. They show our people in the lowest state, destitute, man. So even when there's people in our so-called stock that do things so-called honorably in this wicked nation, they didn't make anything about Black Wall Street and how we came from nothing. They don't bring movies out like that, but they bring movies out that show us being destitute, us being destroyed, and they pay our people to do abominable things like that, man. Okay? But they don't show us doing valiant things. So the scriptures say what? That's their vengeance right there. And it says, and have greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. That's right. So that's how they say we are a proverb of reproach, man. That's what we are made, a proverb of reproach. Right? From east to the west, man, we are a shaking of a head among the people, among the nations, man, among the heathen. Where the scripture said, man, in Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 6, that what? These laws, statutes, and commandments was to make us a wise and understanding people, right? Those are supposed to make us a wise and understanding people. So these are bloody men, man. They don't hate blood. So the scripture says what? In Ezekiel chapter 35, it says, let's go to verse 5. It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and has shed the blood of the children of Israel. Who does that? The so-called white man, like I read in Ezekiel chapter 25. The so-called white man. We speaking the truth. We know what's going on out here in these last days, right? We speak in the name of Yahweh Shai, man. And guess what? The Most High God is proving these things through his scriptures, man. But our people don't want to hear. And some people, well, why are you out here at night? Well, scriptures say be instant in season, out of season, man. Right? Scriptures say where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, but our people, we in the wilderness, man. We don't care to know the truth. Right? So then what? It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword. That's what's that? The so-called gun, right? All his lies. His lies is like a sword unto us, man. It cut off the way from us to receive and have understanding in these last days, right? So he says, so the scripture says what? By force of the sword in the time of their calamity. That's right. When they brought us out of the land, and even to this day, they kill us in the street, they murder us, they put us in slavery and bondage. And they don't just put us in slavery and bondage, they sit there and torture us, man. That's what their people did to us, man. Now they torture us through finance. Now they torture us through all throughout society, man. Or our social credit, our social through the way that people view us, man. This is what the so-called white man does to us. So we gotta have the right understanding. So it says it right here in 36. So let me touch on that again. It says in chapter 35, it says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity. Yeah, that's right. We were in our nation. We were in our land, Israel. They took us up out of the land. Now listen to this. Ezekiel chapter 36 and verse 3. Therefore prophesy, verse 2, 36 and 2. This is Ezekiel chapter 36 and verse 2. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because the enemy have said against you, aha, even the ancient places are ours in possession. And that's what they say. All our goodly things, okay? The land, they stumping on it. They marching through our land, man. Taking up all our goodly places, man. All our goodly treasures, man. That's what the wicked has done. All right? We supposed to have understanding, man. Not sitting up here conforming to the world, not caring about caring about the scriptures, right? So let me go ahead and so that's right. That's that derision that the Most High put on us through His sword, man. That's the derision that the wicked speak about when we stand in great boldness, man. So yeah, we got to receive understanding in these last days. Stop turning to the wicked for help, for vain help, man. So yeah, they're gonna be scared because of the strangeness of our salvation, man. So it says in Isaiah chapter 28 and verse 21. For the Lord shall rise up as in Mount Perazim. He shall be wroth as in the valley of Gibeon. That's right. He's gonna be coming through with his chariots, man, with his host of 10,000s, angels, right, coming up on the earth to execute judgment in these last days. That's what the Most High is gonna be doing, man. He's gonna be man. Okay? He's going to be coming through. He's going to be coming through putting judgment on our enemies, man. And we gotta be in the place where we can be received. We gotta have on the garments of white, right? That's what we're supposed to have on when the Most High returns, or when the Most High sends His Son returning to execute vengeance on our enemies, man. We're supposed to be ready for that thing. So it said he shall be wroth as in the valley of Gibeon, that He may do His work, His strange work, and bring to pass His act, His strange act. That's right. And that's going to be lifting up the Israelites from the dust, man. Okay? We're going to praise the Most High in those last days, man. That's what we're supposed to do in these last days. Not sit up here in wickedness and folly, man. This is Isaiah chapter, so yeah, we're supposed to have understanding. It's a commandment to have understanding of judgment, righteous judgment, okay? It's a commandment of the Most High God to have righteous judgment. So the scripture says in Psalms chapter 35 and verse 3, draw out also the spear, and stop the way against them that persecute me. Say unto my soul, I am thy salvation. Let them be confounded that put to shame that seek after my soul. Oh, Salakia. Let them be confounded. This is Psalms chapter 35, verse 4. Let them be confounded and put to shame that seek after my soul. Yeah. Let the so-called white man, let the so-called Chinese man, all the nations that's gathered against us, let them be put to shame that seek after the soul of the Israelites, man. That cause us to howl day in and day out. Okay? It says what? Let them be turned back and brought to confusion that defies my hurt. That's right. When it say let them be turned back, they're going to be coming at us, man. They'll be coming at the people of Israel to destroy us, okay? To destroy blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans in the last days. And guess what? David is here asking, man, let them be turned backward, man. Let them be turned backward and ashamed, man. Our own people, they sit up here and they avoid the truth. They don't see a black man standing with a gun, and they see a black man standing with the Bible. They say, man, let's avoid them. Let's avoid this black man. You see? This is why this place gotta go. None of these people on this earth have righteous judgment and understanding, man. Our people don't have righteous judgment and understanding. That's why the Most High gonna put you to death. You think you're walking away from me to shame me, but the Most High gonna destroy you in these last days. And that, hey, you can take that to the bank. So our people got to receive understanding. That's blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Y'all being oppressed by the so-called white man, not black people. Get some understanding, man. So the scripture says what? Let them be turned back and brought to confusion that divides my hurt. Let them be as chaff before the wind, and let the angel of the Lord chase them, that their way be dark and slippery. That's right. That's what we're supposed to be asking in the last days, man. We got to receive understanding, not being out here being men laying with men, women laying with women. That's something of our oppressors. That is nothing that our people, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, are supposed to be doing. Your enemy has taught you these things. Your enemy has allowed you to carry on in wickedness like that. We got to have understanding in these last days. Stop trying to be like your oppressors. So the scripture says what? Let them be as chaff before the wind. That's right. Destroy this place, man. Destroy this place where we are oppressed day in and day out. Right? You got Jake walking around here with some damn booty shorts, man. That's destructive. That's destructive to our people, man. You see what I'm saying? Nobody is valiant to know the truth in these last days. I'm supposed to be out here, man. Yeah, it's dark out here in the park, but guess what, man? There's a lot of folly and madness out here. They don't want to deal with the truth. They don't want to deal with the truth, but they want to deal with Esau's ways and understanding, man. It's wicked, man. For without a cause they have hid for me their net in a pit. Yeah, that's right. Everywhere Jake go, there's some mischievous trap set for us, man. And mischief means what? Petty annoyance, okay, to say the least. Okay, if you look up that definition of mischief, it's petty annoyance, but it goes deeper, man. It gets kind of treacherous, man. Mischief is to destroy the Israelites, catch us up in snares, put us in prison houses, right? Get us in all types of contracts, man, where we signing away our life and whatnot, man, right? These are the types of things that we are eating of in these last days because we are in the wilderness, right? So it says what? For without a cause, they have hid from me their net in a pit. Without cause, they have digged my soul for my soul. Let destruction come upon him at unawares, and let his net that he have hid catch himself into that very destruction. Let him fall. That's right. And because of all the wickedness, the offenses, the murders, okay, the lies, the so-called white men are going to fall. These things are going to be returned upon his own pate, man. And it's going to be like a crown on his head, man. He's going to be destroyed. It's going to be shameful spewing on the glory of the so-called white man. That's just what's going to happen, man. Like the scriptures say, they hated him that rebuketh in the gate, right? So they what? They set traps for the righteous man. They want to cut off the righteous man, right? They want to cut off the righteous man. So it says in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2 and verse 11, let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. Therefore let us lie in wait for the